We're in my son's room today, and I'd like to have a look at the fairy tales by the Brothers Grimm, illustrated by Arthur Rackham. It's a beautiful book. The edition is Cala, same edition as the stories from Hans Christian Andersen, which is just next to it here. But you can see that they're two different heights. It was a strange decision, but nevertheless, they're both such beautiful books that I think it's definitely worth having a closer look at. The cover itself is clothbound, and in a sense I'm a little bit sorry that there is no dust jacket on it, but on the other hand it means that you get to have a close look at the beautiful cover itself. This gold lettering which reflects the light really nicely on the green cloth-bound background. Let me just get a little bit closer there. You can see that the lettering is a little bit embossed. The pattern on the front there is a man running after his hat with maybe a boy running after his hat with some geese, and there's a feminine figure here. Of course, all taken from the illustrations of Arthur Rackham. The side of the book has got this funny little gnome character with a long nose and a tail, and then the back is just plain. It's this really nice emerald green colour. I like it very much. Okay, let me show you what's inside. So, of course, being illustrated by Arthur Rackham, everything's a little bit twisted, a little bit dark, but always beautiful. Here is the king could not contain himself for joy. That should be an image of delight and you know, something sunny and fun. But actually, what we have are these rather, you know, crooked old characters. Everything looks a little bit, I don't know, goblin-y and magical in a sense as well, I suppose. But certainly a little bit dark. Right. The contents, here are the stories within. Okay. I'll let you pause on those if you wish to take a closer look. And then the list of illustrations. First of all, you get a list of the black and white illustrations. You can see how densely they are packed, or in some cases not so densely. There we are. And then a list of the coloured illustrations. Basically all the illustrations that were ever drawn by Arthur Rackham for the Brothers Grimm tales are in this book. I have I may have mentioned this before in another review. I have a book of Arthur Rackham's illustrations, and I will do a review of that shortly. But having the illustrations alongside the stories that they belong to is really it's a real pleasure. It's a funny picture of a man flying along on the back of a fox. It's very cool. The golden bird story, and then you have these black and white wood cuttings. Cuts. The first page of every story is very beautiful, and then once again, just if Rackham can make something look grim and dark and twisted and, you know, a little bit nightmarish, he'll go to town on it. So there we are, to give you an idea of the density, of the illustrations. there's usually an illustration on most pages. It's going a little bit further back into the book. When Tom had said goodbye to his father, they went away with him. Okay, I guess you've got little Tom Thumb over here with his I think they were some criminals or some thieves or whatever they were. Oh yeah, this was a really scary story. What was it? I was The Robber Bridegroom. That's the one. I really don't recommend reading this to young children. It chilled my own blood. When I started to read it for my son, and I realised that nope, this is not the right thing to be reading at all. Yeah, really, really scary stuff. I don't scare easily, but I do like a nice horror story, and this was certainly could sit along the best of them. The Red Riding Hood, of course. Hansel and Gretel, I assume. Let's have a closer look at the illustrations here on Hansel and Gretel. Again, not so much emphasis on the lovely sweets and gingerbreads of the house. Just a lot more emphasis on the weirdness of the witch and yep. So Arthur Rackham. Okay, so that should give you an idea of how beautiful this book is. Let me go right to the back. I haven't actually checked. Yes, I think the final story ends, and you go straight into the back of the book. There we are. Please like if you like the video, please like it by clicking on the button below down there, and if you would subscribe, that would really make my day. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.